Hello, I'm Melise, and I'm an intuitive coach and counselor who lives down under in Australia. Now, I've chosen this job because I really feel at the moment that it's a challenging time in history. And if you're a spiritual truth seeker who wants to live more fully in your heart and really master your mind, then I created this service to help those on that journey. Well, the truth is, I've always wanted to seek the truth in my own life on many different levels. And I want to seek that natural state. I believe that is our birthright, one of joy and love and living in the heart. So my background was with a lot of anxiety and depression. I experienced that growing up as a child, as many of us did, and it developed into a serious 20-year eating disorder. And that moved into many other ways to escape myself. And I lived in an addictive cycle for many years, just really functioning, but suffering deeply inside. And so I realized one period in my life that was life-changing, that I needed to make a serious change. And this is where my journey began, and I began to study neuro-linguistic programming. And I've done many things since, but that was the start of my journey to help me become conscious again. Now, today, I really want to help others who are going through a similar journey. It can be really scary. So my inspirational message and my special focus is that we're not our programming, we're not our bodies, and we're not our minds. We are the users of our bodies and minds, but we are far more. We are multi-dimensional beings having a human experience. And when we realize this, we can restore the power that we have inherent innately the entire time we've been alive. And a lot of this is stuff we're not taught in mainstream secular education system, but it is missing and it needs to be taught, and it's starting to come out in the woodwork everywhere, and it's a very exciting time to be alive. So I help people sort of navigate that duality of the world, that good and bad, light and dark, right and wrong, and that's part of our experience as humans. So mastering the mind and living in the heart really are keys to helping you along this road. And eventually, my goal for my own life is to continue to grow the ability to have inner unshakable peace. And I believe that's possible for all of us if we dedicate ourselves to this value and to live our lives with growing our higher self and our inner self. And so I use a combination of skills, and I'm very grateful. I have built a lot of skills in my practice over the years, and one of those is neuro-linguistic programming. And a lot of people wonder what that is. It's NLP for short, but basically, in a nutshell, when we're kids growing up until about the age of 7, we're in a hypnotic state, a theta brainwave state. Basically, that's the same state we put you into when we want to suggest hypnotic suggestions. And so as kids, we don't have that ability to disseminate information, to challenge information that's coming through, to process that in a way that is logical. Instead, we have these no filters, and it just goes straight in. And so it's a wonderful state to be a child, but we are downloading everything around us. And that comes from our environment, from our family, from our culture. So the good news is neuroscience has shown we can rewire our brains, because a lot of that information, unfortunately, that we receive as children is disempowering, and it's based on limiting beliefs. It's based on memories that we haven't, science has shown we only remember 50% correctly, our memories. So distorted memories that have been generalized according to our emotions felt, and also our values. So society's values and values brought through the ancestral line, we hold on to and we take as our own without questioning. So this is something that can be changed and rewired. And so I want to provide that service for others to help them facilitate into that process of questioning their beliefs, releasing their beliefs, and becoming more free to open up to unlimited possibilities and heavenly solutions in their life, which I can attest to. So I'm fascinated also by the discoveries in quantum science, because quantum science in the last 100 years has become the leading science in explaining who we are at a subatomic level. And it's fascinating. And it's all about healing. It's absolutely about healing and wholeness and creating lasting joy, because when we realize that we are energy, we are energy in an electromagnetic universe, we are waves of energy, then we realize that like attracts like for a reason, because waves entrain with other waves of a similar nature. Like like channels on a station, we tune in according to what we're thinking and feeling. So that is wonderful news if you want to grow and change and evolve as a person, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So I'm constantly evolving myself, and this is really important to me. My highest value is to grow personally and to definitely master my mind and live more fully in my heart. And every day is a step towards more of that. And so I'm informed often by the ancient teachers and sages from our history who've held wisdom and passed this down. Often this is not in our secular education system, but this stuff is life-changing. And when we begin to look past some of our programming about its usefulness, and then look at and actually learn from some of these ancient sages, then we can be transformed by this wisdom. And basically the message is the same across all religions and myths and wisdom that's been handed down, and that is that we are powerful multidimensional beings having a human experience. And when we realize this, we can change our reality around us with the vibrations that we emit as powerful beings. And so this all ties in, of course, and we can then create powerful healing, but not just emotionally, mentally, but physically. The densest part of ourselves, our body, can be transformed. So it wasn't just Jesus that taught this. If you're in the mainstream knowledge of religion, it's also the Buddhists, the Taoists, the Vedics, the native Indians, of course, the Aboriginals, it goes on, it goes on. There are so many ancient cultures that held on to this valuable knowledge that is starting to come back into people's lives, which is so exciting. So my approach is holistic. It's bridging the mind, body, and spirit to create balance. And it starts with the heart. Everything starts with the heart. This is where, when we overthink, we underfeel. We move from our heart when we're overthinking, and our culture has taught us to be constantly in our heads. And so the magical secret, if you like, is to move down from the head into the heart and start to feel, because feeling creates our reality through vibration. So we need to start with the heart. And that's why I would encourage anyone who's on this journey to meditate, because even scientists have shown that meditation takes us into a more powerful electromagnetic field. The field of the heart is 100 times stronger than the field of the brain. So we're informed by intuition, wisdom, intelligence in this place when we spend time down here. And how do we do that? Well, through meditative silence, in appreciation, gratitude, love, and compassion. And that moves us down into our hearts. So I would encourage, if you don't have a daily meditation practice, to start even just 5 minutes a day, and you'll start to strengthen that muscle of focus and presence. And presence is a whole nother topic, but that's a huge part of it. So amidst the chaos of this world challenge that we're all going through at the moment, I'd like to share my message of hope with you. And that's that while I smile today and I have hope and joy in my life, I realize also that I'm a multidimensional being. And if you know this, if you really know this in your heart, then your life's going to change, and you're going to create an unshakable inner peace that cannot be affected by external circumstances, by the material world. It is mind over matter. It is like attracts like. It is where attention goes, energy flows. These are important concepts that I would encourage you to embrace. So from my heart to yours, I hope this blesses you. Please enjoy my channel, like and subscribe, and may you find that unshakable inner peace. Bye.